How about for the topic of the week? Last week was body styles. This week is favorite shifters. So my favorite is the Hurst His and Hers shifter, which was an automatic transmission. So hers was you just grabbed it from park, went to neutral, went to drive, and there you stayed.
Uh-huh.
His was you pushed it over to the right, and then you had a shifting version of it. Now, it's not meant to be sexist by that. It was just the name of the shifter back then, and they're really cool.
And there's two of them.
Well, no, there's one shifter. It has two.
Oh, okay. What's the one with there's two shifters like
the lightning shifter?
The Marlin?
The lightning.
Well, didn't a 442 have like
442
three?
had two or three.
Yeah, lightning sticks or whatever.
Okay.
Well, drag cars. Some of the drag cars have it. We just grab each, as I'm doing this on the radio once again.
He's grabbing.
I'm grabbing in a grabbing
in
motion. You just grabbed each stick to yank it back into gear. So first was the first stick, second was the second stick, third was the third stick. You didn't have to do anything else with them, just bang, 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 and then you were done down the quarter mile. So there's automatic on the column, there's push button, there's a 4-speed on the floor, a paddle shifter. What's your favorite?
Only because it was my first sort of car experience.
Right.
My aunt had a 65 Corvair and had a little tiny shifter on the dash.
3 on the tree.
No,
on the dash.
It was on the dash, yeah. Chick, chick, chick. It was like a little lever.
Yeah.
A little tiny lever. Like it was almost like a toy.
And then some of the DeSoto's and Chrysler Mopar products back in the 50s had push button on the dash.
And that's my favorite, but I've never driven one.
Oh, they're different because there's not a reference point. The thing I always liked about a column automatic or a floor-mounted automatic is just by feel you knew where you were. And one of our cars has a stalk thing that's up and down. Up is reverse, down is drive, push the button in for park. It's not a natural reference point that you have there when you're driving that. And therefore, like you back out into traffic or something, and then you're fumbling to get going, and cars are bearing down on you, and you're...
The electric Nissan Leaf I leased for a couple of years was like that.
Yeah,
it had a drive neutral, but I got to a car wash, and I'd never put it in neutral.
Right.
And I couldn't figure it out. Unfortunately, the kid knew how to do it. But
now,
and Randy said, what was it, trans?
Oh, Lanco.
The race
trans.
Ding, ding, ding.
Now, Volkswagen had something where you didn't have to press a clutch, but you could shift. Sportomatic, that's right. I drove one of those in college.
And DeSoto's also, there was one that had the shifter in the center of the hub.
That's what I'm referring to.
So there was push button up on the left-hand side of the dash, and then there was ones that were in the center of the hub. And those were really interesting as well.
You've been listening to the Classic Auto Mall podcast with your host, Stuart Howden.